Hello and welcome to the Just a Little Shady podcast, Lollapalooza edition. We are here at Lollapalooza. We've been talking about coming to the festival and hopefully getting a place set up at the festival for like 2 out of 4 episodes now.
Yeah.
So we've been really hyping it up because we're so excited about it and we're happy that we actually made it work. We got our setup. And if you hear music in the background or you hear people, we are literally at the festival. There's people to the left and right of us. We got a little artist tent, so we were super excited about that. And you can definitely hear the music in the background. So
Oh, absolutely. Whoever is performing behind us right now is going off because I can feel the bass in my feet right now. And it's just so exciting to be here. As you said, we've talked about this in this episode for about 2 episodes. We've talked about being here, but we've been talking.
Could be even more.
Could be more, but we've talked about coming to Lala, I feel like, since we left Lala last year.
That's how it always goes. So I've been coming to Lollapalooza since 2014.
That's crazy.
So that was my first time really going to a festival. So my dad was performing here, and we all came. And ever since then, we kind of made some friends with people who work behind the scenes, and I just fell in love with coming to festivals. And that was really the first time I remember appreciating music so much and finding the artists and being able to see a bunch of different people all in the same weekend and also being in the city. So ever since 2014, I've been coming. And then you started coming with me in 2018. So that was kind of what we were talking about on our first episode. Once we got close again, you started coming with me. We're kind of the same when it comes to music and stuff. And every time we come to festivals, we both really love finding smaller artists, which is what we were talking about in the last episode, and asked for your guys' recommendations. So we even started doing that. Yesterday was our first day at the festival, and we started off seeing Zach Bryan.
Yes, which was really cool because typically with Lollapalooza, at least we haven't seen a lot of country artists here because we're not particularly country girls, even though Hailie was wearing a cowboy hat and boots and leather pants yesterday. You look like you came straight out of a hoedown.
Yeah, we should probably address that really quickly because we kind of talked our crap in the last episode. Oh, Lala's different than Coachella. People don't go as hard.
We went hard.
We fully went full out. I mean,
oh, absolutely.
Clearly, I didn't need to do this. This goes
but
against,
you did.
This
but
goes
you did.
Against
it looks
what
great.
we were saying. But I think, to be fair, when we were planning our outfits for the past 5 weeks, there have been some very recent adaptations that we did not foresee happening when we were talking about our outfit planning, even though that was only like a week ago. In the last week, I think we impulsively shopped our outfits and
we did
almost trashed our original 5-week, month-long planning that we had.
Nothing
going
went
on.
to plan. This entire outfit that I'm currently wearing, I bought the day before we left. I bought these pants. I guess I had this top in my closet. The rhinestones were going to happen regardless. The rhinestones are
that is
a
Brittany's
must-have.
signature thing. The difference between me and Brittany's styles is that
Extreme.
she will always have her rhinestones, and I probably
on the nails this year.
Yeah.
We've got the
hair,
Cassie
the
from
nails.
Euphoria nails going.
Yeah, that's just not my vibes, but I love that for you.
Thank you.
So yeah, we may have gone a bit overboard with our outfits, although we said we weren't.
But I mean, it's all in good fun.
Yeah.
It makes the festival what it is.
I'm very glad, though, that I wore my most dramatic, I will say, outfit
yesterday
because I don't know, as the festival goes on and we get more and more exhausted, I don't know if I could have put on a cowboy hat and boots and red leather pants. So
No, I definitely could. I feel like the last day I always end up wearing my most comfortable outfit
yeah, absolutely.
and my least loud outfit because it's definitely a marathon throughout the weekend. I've learned that the hard way. You can't
I think we
sprint
both
your way.
have.
That's true.
Because
in our own ways.
Even yesterday, although I'll say we've learned, but I don't know if I truly have, with the shoes, festival shoes are no joke. You cannot.
Can't mess around.
You
can't buy shoes day of and expect to wear them to the festival and not have blisters.
Well, that kind of goes back to what I was just saying. You know, in the last week, our outfits did change from what we planned, and I didn't have shoes for my most recent impulse buy, so I needed shoes, which is great about being at Lala because you're in the city and you can just shop if you need something. So we went yesterday, literally before the festival, and I bought shoes, knowing when I tried them on, first of all, they were so cute, and they were the only ones that were really cute, that would have went with the outfit, so I didn't have a choice.
No, you had to do it.
I had to do it, but also I knew when I tried them on, they were going to be a little too tight and uncomfy after, you know,
I asked you too
day.
While we were there. I was like, are those going to be comfortable at the festival? And you're like, yeah, they're going to be great.
But deep down, I knew that if I needed to trade shoes with you,
that I would.
Because this happened to us last year. So last year, again, going against our Coachella versus Lala with the, I don't know what we were on, but boots with the fur boots, all that. We both wore cowboy boots last year, and mine were a little bit taller, and they had no traction.
Which I fully did not believe you until I had them on for myself, because I just thought you were being dramatic. Okay. The entire day. I was like, she is walking so slow. No. We need to move. And she's like, hold on, this is difficult. Well, I learned the hard way that you were, truth is truth. You were being honest.
Truth is truth. So there's no traction on the bottom. And obviously, it's not like you're walking on cement. It's all dirt, grass, whatever. So I'm walking around. I'm thinking to myself, people probably think I'm drunk because they were just slipping to the left and right every time I would walk.
It's honestly crazy that you did not fall because those shoes were no joke.
Yeah, and so by the end of the day, I was like, please switch me shoes, because she had the same shoes on, just a little
shorter version.
And we switched, and thankfully she only had to do it for like an hour. But,
oh gosh,
you know, I was unwell. And then yesterday, by the end of the day, my pinky toes were hanging on for dear life. I don't even know.
But at least Evan carried you. That was nice.
Oh, yeah. Piggy toes, piggyback. I piggybacked on Evan when we left the festival because I could not do it anymore.
A good man there.
Yeah. I don't know how he did that. Good for him. So, yeah, that was yesterday. And we saw a lot of good people besides Zach Bryan, too. So
it was a lot of fun. We got to see Tove Lo, which was my first time seeing her, but I know you saw her before because the guys were extra excited.
Yeah. So we saw Tove Lo a couple years ago. Mm-hmm. You weren't there. And the guys we were with were all excited to see her again because she wore a little risque outfit.
Good for her.
I love her so much, and her performing is just so good. So as soon as we saw her on the list, we were like, we have to see her. And the guys were way too eager to also go. Mm-hmm. But
suspicious.
Yeah, it was so fun. She's so good every time. So that was fun. And then we also saw Metallica.
For a split second.
For a couple minutes. So we have an interesting story on this one.
Miss Rule follower.
So,
go on with your story.
So, what had happened was we usually have a lot of wristbands, and we try to stay in the areas that we're supposed to go with our
most of the time
designated wristbands. And we were in this area, and Metallica was about to come on, so we were like,
which is crazy that we did this for Metallica because you wouldn't peg either of us as like, oh, those girls are Metallica fans.
You have to. It's so classic.
Oh,
you
yeah, we had to go.
You have to say you saw. So we were like, okay, we can get away with this for a couple minutes, and we didn't get away with it.
Mm-hmm.
So
the cowboy hat gave us away, I think.
We were pretty easy to spot that we probably shouldn't have been in there, but we had a pretty big, there's 6, 7 of us, and we were standing there waiting for it to start, and we thought we were in the clear because we stood in there for like 15 minutes
We were there for a while.
They were coming on, and no problems. We were like, oh, maybe you don't need a special wristband for this area. We're all set. And as soon as one string of that guitar went, I swear, as soon as one string went, security was by us.
At one point there was like 4 or 5 security around us. I don't think you noticed they were to the right of us and the left, because they were talking to you on the left, and I noticed there were 2 people standing to the right of us. I was like, this isn't going to end well.
It wasn't too bad though, but I will say that was our first time ever being kicked out of a concert.
But it was worth it because we got to go see the Snake Pit up front, which apparently Metallica does at all of their shows.
Yeah, we had no idea, but people kept talking about it before they went on, that there was going to be the Snake Pit, which I guess is just an area of the audience that's very close to them. And when we got escorted out, we got to walk through it, and literally it was where all the camera people are standing. You're right.
It was
there.
Intense.
Yeah, and I was a little scared walking
I was
through there.
too. It
I'm
was
like,
really congested.
Gonna knock us with a camera or something. We would have been better off if they would have left us. We caused more problems leaving.
I really think we did. And we
there.
weren't supposed to film up close. I know for a fact there was security telling us.
Some people in our group
had
were
to.
filming like right up under them.
We gotta get this.
I mean, if they would have just breathed, you could have smelt it. I don't know. It was like that close. You were very close. So when we were being escorted out, we got to be very close, best seats in the house, if you ask me. So it was kind of worth it. And then we went and saw Lil Baby.
So good.
Which was an amazing show, and we knew so many more songs than we realized. There was a lot of features that he had on songs that we hadn't realized, so we had so much fun, and we were like glad that we ended up there. It was kind of just like partying for the rest of the night.
It really was, and his crowd was phenomenal. Everyone was like super in it. Like, it was good vibes all around, which is one of the best parts about going to any festival. But here at Lala specifically, I feel like people get fully invested to whatever artist is on stage, no matter who they came to see.
Yeah.
They get really excited, and that's what brings the energy and I think makes it such a good experience.
Yeah, that's what's fun about festivals. And I don't know if they're all like this, but yeah, you don't know who you're necessarily here for, but it's not like once you're there, you're going to leave, or
right.
You're there for the day, and you're gonna see whoever you see, and everybody seems to just have fun and get into it, whoever they're seeing or whoever they came to see. Every crowd we've been in at Lala has been super into whoever's performing, super fun to be a part of, so that's always fun too. And then who are we seeing today?
Let me pull up the list, because
we should go through like each day who we're seeing and who we've seen. But that's yesterday. So back to what we were saying about seeing Zach Bryan. So we didn't know who Zach Bryan was. It's a country artist. We don't listen to country music that much. If there's good songs or whatever like that we just happen to hear or friends play, we listen. Like we're not really specific to any genres.
I feel like we like a lot of different variations of music
all over the place.
Because the first festival I went to was Electric Forest, and that's very EDM, and that was my first festival experience, which is very different than Lala. For those of you who might not know, Electric Forest is in Michigan, and it's a camping festival, which is
not so city
girls. Probably wouldn't picture me there because I'm not a big camping gal. But it's a ton of fun there, too. Great crowds. But again, just being able to find music, smaller artists, and watch them grow is one of the coolest parts.
Well, a few years ago, I actually saw Billie Eilish perform here. Yeah.
So freaking cool.
Yeah, on a small stage. And out of all of our friends, I feel like I was the only one who really knew who she was at the time.
You had found like one of her songs.
Yeah, and I just took a deep dive into anything she had out, and I was like, we have to see this girl. She's so good. And after that, she blew up so quick.
She really did. She went from 0 to 100 real fast.
Yeah.
But you are phenomenal at finding newer artists and introducing them to, especially me. I feel like most of my playlists I make are based off of songs you introduced me to. I can remember distinctly when you played Bitter by Fletcher for the first time. It was a life-changing moment for me. I love that song. And she's going to be here this weekend, and I've talked about it multiple times. If she doesn't play Bitter, I will be bitter. She will. But I am so excited to see her, and I like a ton of her music now. So
yeah, that's another artist that
I think she's tomorrow.
We are excited to see. And then who else did we see that was smaller and kind of blew up? Well, we saw Post Malone a couple times. He was never smaller, to be honest. Even here.
No, he's always been on bigger stages.
Yeah, he came 2 years in a row, and he was always on like pretty big stages. But Chelsea Cutler.
Yes, I love Chelsea
smaller
Cutler.
artist.
And the very first time we saw her, she was at a tiny stage here. Not that any of the stages are like that small,
I mean, a stage
but
is a stage. Come on, yeah.
It's true. And we've seen her go from there to medium stages, and now this weekend, I think she performs Saturday. She's basically headlining. She's one of the last artists to go for the day.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited to see her. And that's something that happens too, is I feel like we find a lot of artists here or at festivals, and then we get to see them when they come to Detroit too, because we've seen Chelsea in Detroit, and she's really, really cool to see live. She has extremely great voice, and I'm excited to see her again, and it never gets old.
That's actually the same thing with King Princess.
Yes, King Princess's voice. I didn't know what to expect.
Incredible.
Insane voice.
So I found like 2 songs a couple years ago. And what year? She was here.
Was she really?
Yeah.
Might have been before my time.
No, it wasn't that long ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it?
Maybe 3.
Was it? Oh, it was
You
3.
were here.
Was it last year?
No.
Because I missed the day last year.
It was 2019, I think.
Really? Did we see her?
It was when the guys came with us last.
You're right.
Yes. She was on a pretty big stage then, too.
Yeah.
But that was right before COVID. So then I don't know if that kind of like messed things up or whatever. But
that's true.
We saw her at an after show yesterday.
That was really
cool. Which was incredible. And now she's actually performing today.
Yes, so we get to see her twice.
See again. Yeah.
I'm excited about that because it's cool to see them in small, like it felt very intimate last night. We were at House of Blues.
How the artist adapts based on where they're performing. Yeah, it is always fun to see that.
I hope there's more confetti. I was really excited about that last night. I stayed ready with, we can maybe insert the video here because I was proud. We knew it was coming.
We saw the people setting the cannons up, and we were like, we have to get this. It's going to be epic.
This is the shot.
Yeah, and it worked out. We got it. So, yeah, that was fun. So that was yesterday. I almost forgot to mention that. I forgot we did that. It was such a long day. We've only been here for one day, and we've already seen
so many artists.
Yeah, 4 or 5 artists. So that's what happens at festivals. That's why it's exhausting, but it's so fun. Now we've seen country, pop, rap, everything. Yeah, so that was a lot of fun. And then today we have King Princess.
Yes.
We have
Glass Animals.
These
Dua Lipa.
We just want to see. Hopefully we see them all. And
fingers crossed.
I'll
pull up the list.
Is Tinashe today?
I think. Yes.
Yeah,
today.
I am so excited about that. I feel like that's another artist that we're going to be shocked at how many songs we actually know, because I remember playing while we were getting ready. We always curate a playlist before we come that we want to play all the artists we want to see. And I was playing it, and they were like, oh, our friend Tracy's here. And she's like, oh my gosh, I didn't know this was Tinashe, and we're going to hopefully see her. Like, that's awesome. So that'll be fun. And
then tomorrow, Big Sean, I am thrilled that we get to see him here. I saw him once in Detroit at the Lions Thanksgiving game, so it was only 1 or 2 songs.
Yeah.
So not a full set, but I'm really excited just because he's from Detroit. We love his music.
Obsessed.
So it's going to be
Well,
really fun.
I actually saw him here.
You were telling me about this.
So he performed here, and he knew that we were here watching.
That's so cool.
And he gave a shout out while he was performing.
that.
I know. He's so nice. That was awesome. But yeah, it was fun, and I'm excited to see him again.
Yes, we have Big Sean tomorrow, Chelsea Cutler, J. Cole, Kygo's here.
I almost forgot. There's so many good artists.
This lineup this
yeah.
year is actually insane, and I think we probably end up saying that every year. But this year
But it
feels
somehow gets better and better.
yes, it feels like the
Yeah.
best year we've ever been here. Who else
Yeah.
do we have tomorrow?
I forgot J. Cole, Kygo, but that's the other sad part.
That's the worst part about okay.
Lala, or any festival, when you have 2 headliners that you really want to see, because Kygo is a DJ, so that's gonna be an EDM-ish
Yeah.
set, and then J. Cole, but we really love both. So
And they're
that's
both on like opposite ends of
opposite
the
ends,
festival, so
yeah.
that's where it gets tough. And I've seen Kygo at Electric Forest. Insane pyrotechnics. Have you seen
Really?
yes, lots of fire, which
No, I've
gets
never
really
seen Kygo or J. Cole.
neither.
No.
Kygo's pretty good just from what I've seen before. I feel like the DJs always show up and show out with like the fireworks and everything at
Well,
this sort
that
of
was
thing.
like we saw Chainsmokers at Lala.
Chainsmokers are on. Okay, so I don't remember if this was in just Detroit or if they did it when they were here as well. But they had the big pit. It was like something that you would see at the circus, and they brought the motorcycles in, and they were going.
They did.
They had that here
Yeah.
too. Okay, so they had like motorcycle.
Yeah,
We're gonna have to
must
find like a picture or something of it to put in
Yeah.
here because I don't even know how to describe it. And their drummer, they lit this honestly was probably one of the best sets I've ever seen. They lit his drumsticks on fire, and he was going at it, and they brought out a lot of like special guests that we weren't expecting. They brought out Daya.
That was awesome.
I thought that they were going to bring out Halsey because I don't know who they ended up bringing out. I thought they were about to go into
it was
Closer.
Kelsey Ballerini.
Yes, which super excited to see Kelsey
Yeah.
Ballerini. I've never seen Halsey live though, so I started crying thinking that
It was gonna
Halsey
be
was
her.
going to come out. I was like,
You have a habit
Hailie.
of crying at shows.
I do. I also cried when Ariana Grande came out. I think that was the same year. Yeah, it was on Sunday that year. She was headlining, and just when the music starts, like the bass is going, you can feel the crowd. I just get so overwhelmed with emotion that I just cry of happiness.
Yeah, I love that for you.
Mm-hmm.
I like witnessing it because it's fun to
Make
bring
fun
up
of me.
later. Yeah, so I'm excited for that. Hopefully you cry this year.
Yeah, we can only hope.
I mean, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing for you. I have fun with it, so
I
I'm fine
mean,
with it.
it's a little embarrassing for me, but
Hopefully, you don't miss any days this year.
that's a little bit more embarrassing for me. So last year, as we mentioned earlier, Lollapalooza is a marathon and not a sprint. But I wanted to sprint my way through the marathon last year. And it was during Post Malone's set.
Yeah, so me, our friend Tracy, and Brittany are having ourselves a day. We're vibing. We're
Bopping
watching
around.
Post Malone. And
If you can hear that, we did
Uh-oh.
mention that there are many people around us. So
Yeah.
if you heard that,
are people still in here?
I think there's people next door and they think they're having a good time.
That scared me, to be honest. The
I
whole
know, I
floor
was
just
nervous.
shook. I was like, what was that? Okay, sorry about that. But yeah, so we're right next to someone's
A rowdy
having fun. Someone's having a lot of fun next door. I'm kind of jealous right now, but are they in here?
I think so. Not us eavesdropping.
Please hold.
We were at Post Malone's set.
Okay. Seriously. Okay, so we're at Post Malone. It was Saturday night, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, me and Tracy realized that Brittany is just feeling herself, And we honestly don't know like when it happened or how it happened because we were being kind of tame, to be honest. But all of a sudden we realized Britt was a little more drunk than the rest of us.
I had a great time.
And by Sunday, she had way too much fun, so she actually didn't end up making it to the festival with us.
No, it was quite unfortunate. We went to breakfast, and on our way back to the hotel, Hailie and Tracy had to build a wall of humans in front of me because I had to step to the side to take care of business.
You brought it up, not me.
It's fine. It happens to everyone. I mean, maybe not on the streets of Chicago, but I have nothing to say for myself. I'm sorry, everyone.
Miss Britt just had to let it all
Chicago
out
brings out another side of me.
We talk about that all the time. It's just a different, once you get here.
It's our city.
Yeah, it's once a year. I mean, we don't only come to Chicago once a year. We come
often.
A few
we
times
came for
a
our
year.
birthdays this year because our birthdays are a week apart. So we did.
So we came,
here
in December.
Went to Tao. We're going to Tao again this weekend, which is a staple of any good Chicago trip.
Yeah, that's the new, if you guys don't know what Tao is a nightclub, but it's also a restaurant. So we ate there. We did like this whole dinner thing for our birthdays, and then we went out, and it was just so fun. It's so nice to be able to just dress up, go to a nice dinner, and then walk over and drink and have fun.
Yeah.
So,
then there's so much of that to do down here. I feel like they have so many cool bars, so many cool experiences, and they change it up based on the season. Because I know we went to like an elf themed Christmas bar when we were here for that.
They still have, actually right now, I'm pretty sure they still have a Christmas themed bar open here.
Do they really?
Yeah. But they also do that shake bar that's coming to, isn't it coming to
Yeah,
Detroit
JoJo
now
Shake
too?
Bar.
Yeah, so JoJo Shake Bar, we went last year.
I live for this place.
We didn't go last year for Lala, but we went for our birthdays.
Yes.
And it was Christmas themed because it was Christmas time. But now I think it's a different theme right now. So they changed.
Yes, for summer they have like floaties, and it feels almost a little Lollapalooza vibes to it if we have extra
set
time.
vibes.
Yeah, set vibes. If we had extra time, we should try to stop there. It's
I
live for that place.
Yeah.
They have these really cool shakes. They are larger than life, and they have a bunch of like desserts and cute things on them. Because we went for Christmas, and we were also down here one year in the fall time for Tracy's birthday, and we saw their pumpkin patch, which was super cute.
Oh yeah.
So I will be dragging you downtown as soon as they open to go every single season.
Yeah.
Because I'm very, very excited about that.
I love that Detroit, like when we get cool places that we've heard of here or stuff like that, I just get so excited.
Me too. It's very exciting to see the city just
growing.
thriving.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Yeah, it's so fun. So, I mean, as much as we love coming to Chicago, we definitely have stuff downtown too that we just, it's so much different though. And maybe this is just me, but when I go on vacation, I'm so much more willing to explore and find new places and try new places. But when you're at home, you just get in such a routine that
You're right, we
going
do.
downtown, it's a whole thing for us trying to find somewhere new that we don't know if we're gonna like it or not. When you're at home and you're in a routine, which we are both very much routine people.
Absolutely.
We have a very bad habit though.
Creatures of habit. That's what I would say we are.
We are creatures of habit, and one of those is eating the same foods
over again, over and over again. All chain
like
restaurants
children.
too.
Yeah, we're like children when it comes to that.
It's bad. We go to like the same 3 restaurants every single week on rotation.
We have been out of control with Chipotle.
It's been
Out
bad.
of control.
I've had it like twice in one day, I think, in like the past month.
Oh, well, Evan literally gets mad and he'll be like, will you eat anything else?
No.
I'm like, it's so simple. You get a protein, you get a carb, you get veggies.
The chips.
And you get
the
chips
chips
and
have been
queso.
crazy lately.
You get a
They've
little
been so
balance
good.
and a little bit of fun.
Yeah. And it's so.
We're just
What?
on a tangent now about food.
Now I'm hungry.
I'm so yeah. That's also the best part about festivals too. I feel like Lala has so much good food.
They really do.
There's so much good food, good drinks.
I think they call
good
it
vibes.
technically like Chow Town instead of like
Yeah.
Chi Town,
Yeah.
which is cute.
Yeah, it is cute. So we definitely are gonna do that today. And then who are we seeing? We didn't even get into. Did we get into Saturday and Sunday?
We got into Saturday, I think, a bit. Yes, because we have J. Cole and Kygo headlining. And then on Sunday, we have Charlie XCX.
Oh, I
Yes.
love her. I love her.
Yes.
It's gonna be so much fun.
I'm really
That's what
pumped
we were
about that.
talking about too. Is that Sunday? We feel like usually there will be good people and good, like we said, Ariana Grande was on a Sunday, but people are starting to leave. The festival's getting less people.
Yeah, it feels
it's calming
calmer.
down. But for some reason, just reading
This
the
Sunday list?
reading the people that are gonna be here on Sunday is kind of giving me vibes that it might not settle down at all.
No, we cannot settle down. It's going to be a Sunday fun day for sure. Full send. Banks is on Sunday and the Kid Leroy, which
Shut up.
we're really excited about this.
We've been talking about this because I was just telling Brittany, I don't know if any of you guys have seen, but I was seeing a lot of videos of, he just was on tour, I believe, and he is just a great performer. And I've heard nothing but good things. But then I saw a TikTok where he brought out the Wiggles, like the cartoon characters, the Wiggles.
It
and
was
had them perform.
insane. He was just on stage normal, and then it's like, so for our next guest, we're gonna bring out the mother effing Wiggles. Like cue like the rap,
But he
like hip hop
turned
horn.
in- Oh yeah, he turned into the biggest hype man.
It was crazy. To fruit salad.
Yeah, they were singing their song from the cartoon, "Fruit salad, yummy, yummy."
What?
And that was literally the Kid Leroy was on the side going, "What?
Who?
Yeah." And it was just,
Let's go.
it was hilarious. So if you haven't seen that TikTok, maybe we'll insert a clip of it. But that
It's
was
so
fun.
good.
I hope he does something. I mean, even if he does nothing,
If
I
the
will be
Wiggles
so
come
excited.
out, I might end up like I did at Post Malone last year.
having
too
way
much
too
fun. Again with the
Good Lord.
our neighbors are rowdy.
having a lot of fun. Yeah, so then we have that Sunday, and what else? I feel like that's pretty much it. We're super
Yeah.
excited. We're glad we brought this set in from home, so hopefully you guys liked it and it turns out okay. We're in a tent like we said, so it's gonna be some extra noises, some extra concert
little
noises.
different.
Yeah, it's definitely a different vibe, but it was so fun to do.
Yeah, we're not in our sweatpants. We're
Yeah,
all
we're
dressed
actually
up.
ready. What do you guys think? We got dressed.
Crazy. We're not matching sweatpants this week, but
Yeah,
this has
no.
been really fun.
Yeah, very fun. We're very happy we got to do it. If you guys like this, comment, let us know what you guys thought, and hopefully we get to do more stuff like this in the future. It kind of worked out that this was happening right as we started, but it was also kind of crazy to try to pull this off because we really wanted to do this. We thought it would be so cool just to share this with you guys. It's been such a big part of our lives for the past, me a very long time, but even Britt for the last 4 or 5 years. So we're glad we got to share it with you. We love music, so it's just cool. It's just cool to share. So if you guys like this kind of thing, let us know, comment, and we will see you in the next video.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.